The ancient Egyptians inhabited a world steeped in the divine, where the gods were not distant figures but essential players in the theater of daily life. These deities, each with unique functions and attributes, shaped the perceptions of existence, morality, and the nature of the cosmos itself. Ra, the sun god, illuminated not only the sky but also the hearts of the people, symbolizing hope and renewal. The belief that Ra traversed the heavens in his solar boat offered reassurance that each day brought new light and opportunities, while his nightly battle against the chaos embodied by the serpent Apep became a metaphor for the struggles they faced. As we explore the intricate relationships between these gods and their devotees, we might ask ourselves, what echoes of their beliefs resonate in our contemporary understanding of life's mysteries? Furthermore, the narratives surrounding deities like Osiris, Horus, and Anubis reveal profound lessons about life, death, and the cyclical nature of existence. Osiris, as the god of resurrection and the afterlife, was not only a figure of hope for the pharaohs, but also a beacon of eternal life for common people. His story of death and rebirth mirrored the annual flooding of the Nile, illustrating the deep connection between their agricultural practices and spiritual beliefs. Such tales cemented the importance of rituals in their culture, from grand temple ceremonies to individual acts of devotion. Through these stories, we see how ancient Egyptians embodied a philosophy that transcended mortality, inviting us to contemplate how their worldview can illuminate our understanding of existence today. As we peel back the layers of mythology surrounding figures like Anubis and Seth, we recognize a profound exploration of dualities, order and chaos, life and death, good and evil. Anubis, the protector of the dead, represented a crucial connection to the afterlife, overseeing the mummification process and ensuring souls reached Osiris for judgment. The moral lessons embedded in these myths urge us to reflect on our own life choices and the legacy we leave behind. Meanwhile, Seth challenges us to consider the place of chaos in our lives, reminding us that without darkness, there can be no light. In a world often dominated by uncertainty and fear, how can we draw strength from these ancient beliefs to confront our own challenges? By examining these timeless stories, we can awaken a deeper understanding of our spiritual journeys and connect with the wisdom that still resonates from the ancient sands of Egypt. Ra, the sun god, held an unparalleled significance in ancient Egyptian mythology, capturing the imagination of a civilization that viewed him as the embodiment of light, creation, and power. Each day, Ra embarked on a majestic journey across the sky in his solar bark, painting the heavens with warmth and light, symbolizing the cycle of life itself. This daily voyage was not just a celestial event. It represented the constant struggle between order and chaos. As each evening, Ra faced the terrifying serpent Apep, the embodiment of chaos and darkness. In this epic battle, Ra's victory was celebrated as a triumph of light over darkness, reinforcing the Egyptians' understanding of their world, a universe where the forces of creation and destruction were in perpetual conflict. As we ponder this theme, we might wonder, how does this ancient narrative reflect our modern-day struggles against chaos in our own lives? The influence of Ra extended far beyond the sky, deeply intertwining with the agricultural practices and political structures of ancient Egypt. The rhythms of the Nile were directly connected to the sun's cycles, with the annual flooding of the river mirroring Ra's rebirth at dawn. This cycle provided the land with fertility, allowing crops to flourish and sustaining the very essence of Egyptian life. Farmers worshipped Ra, seeking his blessings for fruitful harvests, while their reliance on the sun underscored a profound link between the divine and the earthly. The pharaohs, viewed as the living embodiments of Ra, were not merely political leaders. They were seen as divine rulers endowed with the responsibility to maintain Ma'at, or cosmic order. This intertwining of governance and divinity creates an intriguing question. How does a leader's responsibility to maintain order resonate with the concepts of authority we see in contemporary society? As the Egyptians constructed magnificent temples in Ra's honor and celebrated his power through rituals, they were simultaneously solidifying their understanding of cosmic order. Major temples, such as the Temple of Heliopolis, served as spiritual centers that reinforced Ra's omnipresence, operating as places where the divine and mortal realms intersected. These temples became hubs of pilgrimage and worship, symbolizing the unbreakable connection between the cosmos and daily life. In this context, Ra symbolized not just the sun but the very essence of existence, a reminder of the perpetual cycle of creation, existence, and renewal. As we reflect on Ra's legacy, we're challenged to consider our own relationships with authority and nature, and how these ancient principles might inform our views on sustainability and leadership today. By exploring the lessons of Ra's enduring journey, we can find new ways to navigate our complex modern lives in search of light amidst the chaos. Horus, known as the falcon god, occupies a central place in ancient Egyptian mythology, symbolizing kingship and the divine nature of the pharaohs. Depicted as a majestic falcon or a man with a falcon's head, Horus embodied the sky, ruling over both the heavens and the earth. His story is one of vengeance, loyalty, and an enduring struggle between order and chaos, particularly in his fierce conflict with Seth, the god of chaos who represents turmoil and disruption. This ongoing battle captivated the Egyptians, who viewed these legendary clashes as reflections of their own struggles against chaos. As we explore the narrative of Horus, one might wonder, how does the eternal conflict that defined his story still resonate with our contemporary pursuits of order and stability in our lives? The most enthralling aspect of Horus's mythology is his quest to avenge his father, Osiris, after Seth's treacherous murder. Horus's fierce desire to reclaim his father's throne from Seth was not only a personal vendetta, but a divine struggle with profound implications for the Egyptian realm. These tales of battle, where Horus engages in tremendous confrontations with Seth, symbolize the eternal contest between righteousness and chaos. Particularly memorable is the narrative of the thrilling battles of wits and strength, where Horus employs cunning strategies, yet also engages in fierce physical duels. This rich imagery of celestial duels painted in the minds of the Egyptians reinforced the belief in the divine right of the pharaohs, as each ruler was seen as a living embodiment of Horus, representing order and legitimacy. The question arises, how can understanding these ancient narratives inform our modern views on leadership and authority? Furthermore, the symbolism of the Eye of Horus, a powerful emblem of protection, health, and royal power, permeated all facets of Egyptian society. It served not only as a mark of protection against evil, but also as a reminder of the king's duty to uphold Ma'at, or cosmic order. Each pharaoh was believed to be the earthly incarnation of Horus, establishing a vital connection between the divine and political realms. Major temples dedicated to Horus, such as the Temple of Edfu, became centers of worship and political authority, illustrating how the mythology of Horus was deeply enmeshed with the governance of Egypt. As we reflect on Horus's legacy, we are compelled to consider, what lessons can we learn from the Egyptian understanding of leadership and accountability? By examining Horus's unyielding battles against chaos and the values he embodied, we can gain insights into the nature of governance and the responsibilities that come with power, resonating across the ages into our own pursuit of justice and order in society. Osiris, revered as the god of afterlife and resurrection, stands at the center of Egyptian belief in rebirth and the eternal cycle of life. His narrative is profoundly transformative, depicting him first as a benevolent ruler who brought civilization and prosperity to humanity, only to be brutally murdered by his brother Seth. This act of betrayal and subsequent dismemberment marked Osiris's journey from a god to a martyr, offering deep symbolic meanings for the ancient Egyptians. When Osiris was brought back to life by his devoted wife, Isis, he became the emblem of eternal life and hope. The very act of his resurrection illustrated that death was not an end, but a passage to a new existence, inviting us to ponder: how does the story of Osiris reflect our own perceptions of mortality and the desire for renewal? The rituals surrounding Osiris's worship played a pivotal role in the spiritual lives of the ancient Egyptians, providing a structured way for individuals to connect with the divine and seek out the promise of eternal life. His worship involved elaborate ceremonies, many of which mirrored his narrative, symbolizing death, dismemberment, and ultimate resurrection. The most significant among these was the Judgment of the Dead, where the hearts of the deceased were weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. This pivotal moment determined their fate in the afterlife, establishing moral accountability. The imagery surrounding the weighing of the heart, where a heart heavy with wrongdoing would be devoured by the monster Ammit, is a stark representation of the moral undertones embedded in Egyptian spirituality. How do these ancient beliefs about justice and virtue resonate with contemporary ideas about ethics and morality in our lives today? For all Egyptians, from commoners to royalty, the hope for eternal life under Osiris's benevolent rule felt attainable, fostering a sense of community centered around shared beliefs in cycle and renewal. His temple complexes, especially the grand one at Abydos, served as significant pilgrimage sites where rituals and celebrations brought together people from diverse backgrounds in a collective quest for salvation and peace in the afterlife. The promise of continuing existence beyond mortal life offered comfort and strength during challenging times, igniting a powerful spiritual connection among the people. Reflecting on Osiris's legacy prompts us to question: how can the lessons of his story of resilience, justice, and community guide us on our own journeys toward renewal and understanding in an ever-changing world? By engaging with these age-old teachings, we can uncover pathways to nourish our spirits and cultivate hope, echoing the enduring influence of Osiris throughout history. Anubis, the jackal-headed god of ancient Egypt, stands as a powerful figure whose influence permeated the culture's intricate beliefs about the afterlife. Revered as the guardian of the underworld, Anubis's role was vital in the rituals surrounding mummification, a practice deeply embedded in Egyptian spirituality. He was often depicted overseeing the embalming process, ensuring that the deceased were prepared properly for their journey into the afterlife. This critical duty stirred profound awe and reverence among the people as they viewed Anubis as a protector of souls navigating the treacherous path to the underworld. His presence invoked peace of mind, inviting us to contemplate how the ancient Egyptians approached the mysteries of life and death. As the protector of graves, Anubis was believed to guard the sanctity of the deceased, a responsibility that also encompassed guiding souls through the judgments they faced in the afterlife. One of the most crucial moments in this journey was when the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, symbolizing truth and justice. Anubis played a pivotal role in this judgment, ensuring that the rites were performed correctly and that the souls of the departed could safely reach Osiris for their ultimate fate. This imagery captures the essence of moral accountability in Egyptian spirituality, offering viewers a moment to reflect on the significance of justice and truth in their own lives. Could it be that the stories of Anubis and this ceremonial process offer insights into our understanding of morality today? The significance of Anubis was not limited to the rituals of death. He also embodied the hope of continued existence beyond the mortal realm. The many rites and prayers dedicated to Anubis served as affirmations of life after death, fostering a strong communal bond as families sought his guidance for loved ones transitioning from this world. Major burial sites, adorned with symbols and offerings to Anubis, created a profound respect for the rituals of death and what lay beyond. This aspect of worship encourages us to ask, how do our own rituals, whether in the context of loss or celebration, connect us to the essence of life and the legacy we leave behind? Anubis, as a guardian, not only ensured safe passage, but became a bridge between the living and the dead, prompting us to engage with the rituals that define our perceptions of mortality and eternity. Through Anubis's story, we uncover enduring themes of compassion, guardianship, and the sacredness of the journey into the afterlife. As we conclude our exploration of the Egyptian deities, we turn our attention to Kemetism, a contemporary spiritual movement that seeks to revive the ancient beliefs and practices of Egypt. Kemetism is not merely about reenacting historical rituals. It is about reconnecting with the profound wisdom that ancient Egyptians possessed regarding the human experience. Adherents of Kemetism draw inspiration from the rich mythologies surrounding the gods and goddesses, such as Ra, Osiris, Horus, and Anubis, finding relevance in their timeless stories. This revival serves as a reminder that spiritual connections transcended time, inviting individuals to examine their own beliefs and practices in light of ancient traditions. How do these ancient teachings resonate with our modern desires for meaning, community, and understanding? The community aspect of Kemetism is equally important, as modern practitioners come together in both physical and virtual spaces to celebrate their shared beliefs, conduct rituals, and support one another on their spiritual journeys. These gatherings echo the communal ceremonies of ancient Egypt, where families and friends would unite in honor of their gods, fostering bonds that extend beyond individual practices. Through festivals, discussions, and collaborative rituals, Kemetists embrace a sense of belonging that unites diverse individuals around a common heritage. This phenomenon raises an intriguing question. What role does community play in shaping our spiritual identities today? And how can ancient practices inform our approaches to modern communal living? Practitioners of Kemetism often reinterpret ancient myths and concepts, aligning them with contemporary issues and personal growth. They engage with the teachings of Ma'at, which emphasize truth, balance, and justice as guiding principles for ethical living. This allows for a dynamic interaction with ancient wisdom, as practitioners find new meanings in the stories of gods and their moral dilemmas, drawing parallels to the challenges faced in the modern world. Such reflections prompt us to consider the importance of history in our spiritual practices and the lessons that can help us navigate the complexities of life today.